right, number 9, they say you should not make mountains out of molehills. Well, it turns out a couple of moles have been hiding in some mountains. It's a new kind of mole recently discovered in the mountains of Turkey, and mole scientists say these moles have been hiding in those mountains for 3 million years.
That particular one?
I don't know.
The mole scientists have not been doing a great job.
No.
Number 8, attention Mickey Mantle fans. Quick correction. Attention very wealthy Mickey Mantle fans. This game-worn Mantle jersey can be yours if the price is right. The Commerce Comet wore this jersey on April 18th, 1958 in a game against the Baltimore Orioles. Mantle went 2 for 2, hitting 2 home runs in a 3-1 win. He wore the same jersey during the All-Star game that year. Heritage Auctions is accepting bids for the jersey now through August 19th. Any guesses on how much it's expected to get? Anybody want to guess?
Say $250.
$300.
I meant 250,000.
Oh, all right, then 300,000.
Robin?
People love that Mickey Mantle merchandise, don't they? I don't know.
Yes.
I have no
Just
clue.
throw it out there. Come on.
I don't know, $1 million? Will it go
Really?
that
That's
high?
a crazy guess.
I don't
$4
know.
million.
They think it'll go for $4 million. Really?
Crazy.
You win.
Yeah.
$4
the
million.
closest. Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Number 7, there's a new app that lets you text with Jesus
All right.
Nice.
or Satan. It all depends on your mood. Text with Jesus is powered by AI. According to the description, it was designed for devoted Christians seeking a deeper connection. Users can text Jesus or other biblical figures like Mary or Joseph. You can ask Jesus questions like, how can I be kinder to people at work? Jesus might answer, so in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law of the prophets. Show kindness, patience, and understanding, just as you would wish to be treated. It would also help if they paid us more and gave us a bonus at the end of the year. Then we'd all really be happy. Texting Satan also, that goes $2.99 a month. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Jesus is free, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Huh.
All right, number 6, scientists say straight men fit into one of 3 distinct masculine categories. The categories help determine how men operate in relationships. First, there's the neo-traditionalist. This man largely follows traditional gender roles, such as being the provider, the protector in the relationship. Then there's the egalitarian. This man seeks a more equal partnership with emphasis on mutuality and measurable give and take. And finally, there's the progressive. This man works on building gender equity in the partnership through regular, purposeful
I
conversations.
lost you about 20 minutes ago. I don't
gave
even know
up.
what you're talking about.
They can adjust what they do. I hate when we
A lot of
put
big
things
words.
into 3. I got egalitarian.
Yeah,
out
that's where you lost me. I was so
also.
distracted.
I thought that was going to be the end of the
I
read
thought of
there.
it also.
but once you
Yeah,
pulled
I fought through it. Yeah,
They purposely give you the hardest
yeah, the
scripts
biggest
to read.
words. They give
Because
me
it's
like-
entertaining to them.
Yeah.
You showed them.
It increases my stress level as I see that word come on. I'm like, oh no, that could be a 5-syllable
but at the
word.
same time, they're challenging you, and there were a reason. 5 years ago, you would have never gotten through that
No.
script.
No.
You are a better man
Egalitarian.
today
Yeah.
than you were
6
then.
syllables.
Yeah. Boy, someday you'll read like a professional broadcaster. You keep working
I
at
gotta
it.
believe another 20 years, I'll get there.
All right, number 5, the weather is going to be hot for the next few weeks, but it's not too early to be thinking about your fall nail
Oh,
game.
that's so
Telling me,
true.
sister.
3 words, burgundy. That's right, burgundy is the early pop of color you need to make the transition between the warmer and the cooler months. Here's
right.
why. Burgundy is the color of changing leaves, mulled wine, crisp apples, and cozy sweaters. Try glossy burgundy for now.
Yep.
Transition to a matte finish once October comes
right.
around.
There you go.
You can't lose.
No. Well, I can't wait.
Number 4, let's talk about foxes. Turns out city foxes are braver than urban foxes, but they are not smarter.
Wait.
Isn't that the same
City
thing?
foxes are
You mean suburban?
braver than urban?
Then rural. You mean that?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we meant.
I'm sorry if you're not catching that. I got to be
Oh.
honest. I'm not paying attention to anything I read. I just read the words.
So
It's
which,
one of the rare times I was thinking.
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
did you say which is doing what?
Scroll it back.
Yeah, let's start over.
I'm going to correct that.
Throw
Let's
in
do that.
suburban.
And I might be getting this wrong, but you know what? Let's
But
have
we don't
some
know
fun.
which are which now because they're both urban.
Yeah.
So which ones are supposed
All
to be
right,
braver?
So let's start over again.
boy.
Work in suburban.
Listen.
But we don't
number
know
four-
which is which.
Doesn't matter.
Do we even still want to talk about foxes?
These are great
We just
pictures.
they just skipped the whole reading. I would have read it.
We've moved on to nudists, which I'm all right with.
You know what? We'll get it right tomorrow.
Yeah.
Number 3, don't mess with the nudists of Spain. We don't have images of them, so this is our naked file video. Anyway, the nudists of Spain say tourists and influencers are invading beaches that have been nudist sanctuaries for years, and it's making them uncomfortable. The Naturist Nudist Federation of Catalonia, or the old NNFC, even sent a letter to local government officials asking them to address the discrimination. They want their right to be naked without being laughed at or gawked.
That's right.
They don't want to be photographed. They say it's a fight for their right to be free.
That's right.
They also add there's no comparison to swimming in the nude versus swimming in a bathing suit.
I tell you.
You're more free, more calm, more relaxed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
pretty
be
good.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Well, if you're comfortable with other naked people.
Yeah. This
Or
sounds
your
like
own nudity.
yeah. This sounds like a Ben Bradley WG Investigate
Yes.
story. I'd send him over there right away.
He's
He's
Mr.
a dirty
Nudity
bird.
now.
Yeah. He's a dirty bird. We've all known it for a long time. All right, number 2, I came across a blog the other day.
We send him every nude story. I
Just forward him every news story.
Touch a reporter except on this one time.
Yeah.
All right, the other day we talked about sandwiches of the 1970s. Those were the golden days of sandwiches. Remember the Manwich?
Oh, yeah.
The meal in a can?
Yeah.
It was the original Sloppy Joe sandwich served on a hamburger bun. And what about egg salad on white bread? With the
Lord.
crust cut
I
off.
love egg salad.
The old school PB&J, the PB and fluff.
Oh, yeah.
Bologna and cheese on Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
Is that any more bologna and cheese?
I love all of
No.
it. And the cheese wasn't just any cheese. It was often a big, thick slice of Kraft American cheese. Some of the sandwiches are still popular, but nothing beats the 70s. Well, those are some good old days there.
I never liked the bologna. Remember liver sausage or liverwurst?
Liverwurst,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
You'd eat that. My dad
Put
would
hair
eat
on
that
your
like
shoulders. Yeah, that's good
eat
stuff.
a sandwich of that.
With
And
that, some onions, some Dijon mustard going. Now you got a party.
But music, I hate that.
Music blows, but a good sandwich.
Number 1, Jeb Brooks is a popular YouTuber. Almost every week he posts trip and travel related videos. Some of his most popular videos are his reviews of airports around the world. Here he is with a review of the airport in Frankfurt, Germany.
We're taking you inside one of the busiest airports in the world. We'll uncover secrets to make your next connection easy. Head out onto the airfield, get up close and personal with jumbo jets, and show you all the work going on behind the scenes to make sure you have a smooth trip through the world's most connected airport.
Hello, jet setters. Welcome to Frankfurt Airport. This is Airports Revealed.
You've just landed in Frankfurt. Well, what next? Well, for you, there are plenty of options.
There's no better place to start than the airport's iconic entrance hall.
It's from here that many people say goodbye to Frankfurt and hello to the world.
I'm not sure I love anything in an airport quite the same as a departures board. I could stare at this thing forever. And there's no more iconic departure board in the world than this one here at Frankfurt
That's a
Airport.
good one.
Huh.
The way it rolls.
so that's his he just does the airport
Everyone's
stuff.
got a niche.
His videos have tens of millions of views.
Really?
He also has a website called greenergrass.com. And do you know who is Jeb Brooks' biggest fan and alerted us of his YouTube channel?
Oh.
Who?
Alex Belival.
Really?
For the sake of this, he's going to be Belival.
Hello,
Alex, how are you?
Hello. How we doing?
Good. How are you
Real
doing?
good.
So you're a big fan of that guy?
Yes.
I don't
Why do you
blame
like it
A
so
big
much?
fan of him. So his videos are very just entertaining, and he goes step by step into it, but he never really just shows what he does in the flight. He just shows like the start and the end of the flight.
Oh, yes, because during the flight's the most boring part.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on then.
You have a favorite airport that he's profiled, and why?
Probably the Princess Juliana International Airport at Maho Beach, where that's St. Martin,
Oh, yeah.
because he did a bunch of plane spotting.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's a
that's
low
a deep
landing
dive
airport.
there.
Unbelievable.
You are a big fan. Alex,
How old are you now?
10.
Yeah, you're looking good. You came through those awkward years good.
Yeah, you lifted weights?
You look really good.
What are we doing here?
Are you excited about going back to school?
No.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
blame
you're a
you.
smart
Yeah,
kid.
School stinks.
Oh boy.
So you don't need a lot of it to get a job in television, and you already
just
know a
be
few
cute.
people. You're
well
halfway
on your
there.
way. All right, Alex, thanks for all your help.
Good to see you, buddy.
He's crossed
All
over
right.
into being
Good to
very
see you.
self-aware now.
Yeah,
so yeah, I don't
he's
blame
great.
you.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
so cute.
Doing great. Keep
Yeah.
up the good work.
All right. We'll see you in a bit. He's like, I'm out of here.
He reps better than